Today is Tuesday, February 18th, and the Reign have swept the week. We have a lot to talk about in the hockey world. Let's do it. Here we go. The Ontario Reign, like I said just now, swept the week. One win on Wednesday, one win on Saturday, and one win on Monday. Yes, this is our first episode on a Tuesday this year, our one and only episode. We have Ontario Reign superfan Joe O'Regan over here. My name is THN. Oh, my name is Anthony Collazo from the Hockey News.
There you go. We got it right.
Joe, how are we doing today?
I'm doing great, Collazo. How about you?
Joe, everybody watching the pod, I am doing just fine myself.
We are still reverting back to it, even though Collazo is doing the intro. All right. Happy Tuesday, which is a rarity for us because usually we're recording on Sunday, posting on Monday. Well, today we're recording late in the afternoon on Monday, and we're posting this on Tuesday. Welcome back to episode 21 of the Make It Rain podcast. This, of course, is all things pipeline related to all things Los Angeles Kings prospect related. With that, let's get into the Zamboni cleaning, or let's get into the hockey world things. What is a kilometer? Yeah! What is a kilometer?
I posted something on my close friends.
Won't you fly, free bird, yeah.
I was saying that Canada better take their tariffs like a good boy because the way they played, the way Team Canada hockey played,
pitiful.
Really, really bad. This is equivalent to like when the U.S. tied England in the World Cup in 2022.
Yeah.
It was 0-0, and it's like, come on. Like, dude, soccer is our probably fifth sport in the U.S. Hockey is like our fourth sport.
I'll make the argument it's lower.
What do you think is above soccer? I would argue, at least in America, it would go not by popularity, just by players. I would go like
basketball,
baseball, football,
hockey. There's got to be something else.
And I would think soccer is fifth.
The MLS is not ridiculously popular. I know I'm missing a sport of some sort. Like, I would put swim and dive over soccer at this point.
Wow, no.
However, there is no professional sport.
Snowboarding?
Yeah, I mean snowboarding too. All right, so we just completely degraded soccer, the seventh sport. All right, eighth sport.
Hey, whenever Supercross comes to Anaheim, which I know it's like, U.S. wide, but whenever it comes to Anaheim, it's a big showing.
Yeah, it's sold out.
Yeah.
Whether it be in Anaheim or be at Petco in San Diego, like, it is always a hit.
Yeah.
That's the biggest crowd Angels Stadium will see all year for an event. Thank you.
Probably.
I mean, unless the Dodgers are in town.
Hey,
usually they sell those out.
When the Angels were decent that 1 year.
2014.
No. Not good. Decent. Like in 2021, I think it was. Or was it 22? It was 22 when like they were like still in it till like September. They were still putting out big crowds.
That was 2019. And yeah.
Because remember that game that we went to? I think it was against like the Mariners. And they were down like 8-5 in the last inning. And then they almost came back. Do you remember that?
That was 2023.
2023, yes. Yeah,
that was Ohtani's last year, yeah.
Yeah, because they got swept by the Yankees. Or no, the Yankees got swept in that series.
A lot of stuff's going on. We're hopping off a tangent. Going back to the U.S.-Canada thing, I do not give a rat's if Cale Makar is Canada's excuse. The U.S. doesn't have Quinn Hughes all tournament. Give me a break. Now let's get into the Los Angeles Kings news. Oh, wait, one more thing. U.S.-Canada, we'll probably see a rematch on Thursday at the TD Garden.
We are.
Everybody in that crowd, you better, and I'm telling you this right now, Boston, you bring out Rene Rancourt to sing the anthem. He stops after 2 lines, and everybody better be singing that John at the top of their lungs.
That John.
Like, you have to outperform Canada in that. Like, let's show a little bit of patriotism in that regard. Now let's get into the Los Angeles Kings news. Wednesday's game against the Tucson Roadrunners, Samuel Fagemo was out 5-6 minutes in.
Yeah, very early.
Took a hit along the boards. By what we've heard, it's a hand injury. We're going to say upper body injury because we don't know if it's hand
It seems
or
like
shoulder.
it's a hand injury.
Yeah. So that's a blow to the rain for now. We'll get into it a little bit more with the power play changes and such. We brought up Phoenix Copley was an emergency goaltender with the Kings. He's back down with the rain now. Should realistically be to nobody's surprise. However, when Copley was up on Wednesday, is that Jeff Berube?
Berube.
He's back. E-bug. Yeah, so all that went down. That's about it. We've got LA Kings related. Yeah. Anything NHL related I'm just whiffing on?
Nope. Nothing else. I don't think anything's been happening because it's the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Or the Four Nations break, if you will.
Four Nations break. Man, I'm excited. The U.S. and Sweden are playing right now, and we're not even going to bother watching it. Welcome back. This episode of the Ontario Reign podcast. That sounds like a soundbite that I just said with that break right there.
1-0 United States, by the way.
Nice. This episode of the Make It Rain podcast is brought to you by Gowdy Law. We all know having a game plan is key, but when it comes to your family's future, are you ready? Gowdy Law is here to help specialize in estate planning. Gowdy Law ensures your loved ones are protected from losing a ton of money and time to probate when you pass. Just like on the ice, preparation matters. Don't wait till the last minute to make the right play. Visit GowdyLaw.com today to start. Oh, wait, what? Yeah, visit them today to start planning for the future. Get estate planning, pricing, and a free consultation right on their website. It's literally that simple. The price is right on their website. Gowdy Law, make estate planning easy, understandable, and affordable. As always, the link is in the description.
I feel like that ad read was so much longer when we first started this show.
Yeah, well, now I'm just breezing through it.
Yeah, now it just feels like 20 seconds and then we're done.
Yep, fair enough. Let's hop into the beginning of the previous week. Wednesday night, the Reign took on the Tucson Crybabies. Roadrunners, just kidding.
The Ontario Reign kicked off their week against the ever-large Tucson Roadrunners. Before I can even enter the building, Jacob Doty and Curtis Douglas get into a tilt, firing up the crowd early. A Jacob Dvorak penalty not too long after would set up Robbie Russo rifling a shot from the point to give Tucson a 1-0 lead. But have no fear because King Charles is here. He ties the game late in the first period. It is 1-1. Into the second. Row your boat gently into the net. Luke Rowe scores his first of the year to make it 2-1 Reign. Right before the period ended, thanks to Malat, Jeff, he gives the Reign some insurance going into the third period. Wait, what is that? Oh yeah, Jeff scores Malat goals. Another one from Jeff Malat to make it 4-1, which would last all the way into the final buzzer. 4-1, the final in this game.
Reign came, saw, and conquered that game.
Didn't start great. You know, after their loss to end the week last week against the San Diego Gulls, you wanted to come out and
set the statement again that, like, hey, we had an off night. Let's hit the reset button. Let's get back to business. The Ontario Reign do just that.
Yep.
There's no other way to put it. Like, this is going to be a common theme amongst all the games this week or in this podcast because there was 2 one week and 1 another. Bear with us. You know what we're saying. Robbie Russo quickly gets Tucson ahead, I believe, on the power play. Yes, on the power play. Blast from the point. Just an absolute rocket. Gets one by Copley. Yes, by Copley. Why did I think Portillo was in net this game? I have absolutely no idea. Robbie Russo, his third of the year from Akuratu and Artem Duda at 3:54 in the first period. It's very quickly 1-0 Tucson. Getting even, it's Kid Hud 10, Charles Hudon. You can break this goal down a little bit because I was not at this game. I was watching it, but
I totally forgot to put up the highlights.
That's what it is.
You broke down the first goal already?
Yes.
Before we get into the second goal, I want to tell a quick story. I got to the arena super late, had different plans before the game, got there about 5 minutes late, walking to the arena, hear the crowd roaring.
Already.
And sometimes, usually once a year, because last year it was the same way, the assistant GM of what is now the Utah Hockey Club, the GM of the Roadrunners, was there in attendance, and he had a scout right next to him. Forgot his name, but he's one of like the only England players to ever play in the NHL. And I completely forgot his name. He was like one of like the first. But anyway, he was there, and I walk in, And I'm like, what happened? And they were like, oh, Doty fight, which was the stats guy. And I was like, oh, who was it? And he was like, and I was like, Onyebuchi, gotta be. And I felt very proud of myself because both of them laughed. And so
incorrect. It was Curtis Douglas.
no, yeah, it was Douglas, but it was the fact that I said Onyebuchi. And then the GM and the scout were both like laughing because it was like,
Onyebuchi's already lost to Doty 3 times. I don't think he wants to go after him anymore.
he doesn't want that smoke no more.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
No chance.
Yeah, got to bring out the big dogs, I guess, now going against Jacob Doty. Flipping Curtis Douglas is 6'9" for the people at home.
Yeah.
He is a mountain of a hockey player. Like, that is a big boy.
I'm trying to get this stupid highlight up.
Fair enough.
I'm having trouble.
I mean, you're not.
Oh, wait, no, that wasn't the IC.
Yes, there we go.
Why are they showing a save on the Ontario Reign highlights page?
Yeah. Charles Hudon. Let's go back to the goals here. Charles Hudon getting the Reign even, cuts through the middle, cuts it into the left circle, just kind of just wrists one through traffic, and it gets by literally everybody. And the Ontario Reign tied things up in the second period. Just let's go ahead and blast another highlight. Oh, yep, there's Luke Rowe skating in top of the circle, wrists it like a Wayne Gretzky shot, doesn't even get it off the ice almost, and he beats Villalta. I don't even think Villalta got a piece of that puck either.
No.
Which is very weird if you want to say that. Yeah, and with 46 seconds left in the second period. Hi, Jeff Malott. Give me a pencil, stick it up my nose. Jeffy! On the breakaway. I mean, this was a stretch pass. Just an unbelievable feed by Kid Hud 10, Charles Hudon.
Okay, so it was Hickett's from the back of the defensive zone, stretches out to Hudon, who's about at the red line.
Yeah.
And he just kind of deflects it up. And in person, from where I was sitting,
backhand flips it.
One of the craziest things I've ever seen. He just kind of like it wasn't even a flip. He just kind of keeps his stick there. Puck deflects off his stick, goes up in the air, and it lands perfectly in front of Malott for the breakaway.
Yeah. And Malott getting behind the defense. I believe that's Matthew Deliberatore. 3. Yeah.
Beat him short side.
It's Deliberatore. No, he did not. Or yes, he did. He was coming across and beat his glove side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reign extend the lead, and Jeff Malott has scored again. Surrey's second Jeff Malott has scored on the breakaway. It's 4-1. That's all that needed to be said. Ontario Reign, midweek business trip, taking care of business, as as BTO would say, Bachman Turner overdrive for the people that don't know. And I mean, there's not much that really needs to be said. However, let me just make sure. Oh, no, never mind.
Malott said after the game when Shaffron asked, Villalta has been here before with the Reign. Was there a scouting report on him? Because it seemed like the Reign had his number. And Malott was like, yeah, actually, Adam Brown helps the Reign whenever Matty V comes to town. Because, who's gonna know his weaknesses more than the goalie coach, Adam Brown?
Coach, of course.
So that was pretty funny how Brown, coaches him, knows his weakness. He leaves. Now they know everything about him. I mean, I wonder. There has been some rumors about Portillo. There hasn't been huge rumors, but there's been some rumors that Portillo could be moved at the deadline. Wouldn't it be funny to see Portillo play against the Reign, and the Reign are just shooting low on him?
Yeah, just trying to turn him into Maple Leaf James Reimer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I
big
could see
rebounds.
I could see it. Yeah, big juicy rebounds.
Copley played really good this game again. I mean, I think that's his last 5 starts, I believe. One goal or less.
Locked down. 2 goals or less.
Is it 2 goals? I'm pretty sure it's 1.
He might have given up 2 goals in one of those games. Besides the point. Forget what we're trying to argue about. Phoenix Copley has been lights out the past 5 games or such.
Mm-hmm.
And it's continuing to go that way. And you know what? It makes your defense feel a lot better about yourself. That's got to make the defense feel really good. Yeah, never mind. He has not allowed more. Holy.
He gave up 5 goals against Abbotsford on January 14th. And then ever since then.
1 goal. Shutout. 1 goal, 1 goal.
Yeah.
LA Kings. You know who to bring up if you need them.
I mean, he's probably better than Riddick right now, if we're being honest.
Need a save in a pinch? Call 1-800-BIG Save Dave.
And Copley has always been a good goalie. It's not like he regressed and then got sent down to the AHL. He just got hurt.
Yeah.
And now he's playing like the goalie that he was
It's like
with the Kings.
Like some Drew Bledsoe type moment.
Yeah.
Then just somebody else had to step in. Now, doesn't make sense a lot because the Kings don't have the GOAT of hockey goaltending right now compared to like Tom Brady. Catch where I'm going with the Drew Bledsoe stuff. So, yeah, rain win. Not going to complain about it whatsoever. I mean, this win helps the Reign out because they're starting to really tighten up in the race and such.
After their little skid about a month ago, they have gone back to their winning ways a lot, and they're winning and winning and winning. And the Wranglers, they're not losing, but they have came down to earth from their, ridiculous start. And these next two games, Devin Cooley, because of the All-Star break, he's with the Wranglers pretty much full time, so we speak as of right now. And he got back-to-back starts against the Reign in these next two games.
Yep. And now he's got back-to-back starts against the Calgary Wranglers. As let's jump into Saturday's game as it's Saturday and the Reign head to Alberta to take on the Calgary Wranglers. It's the second time they've gone north of the border this year. In the opening frame, of course, that sniper, Reign legend, Marty Ferk opens the scoring, wristing one past Portillo. And on Calgary's second shot, it's 1-0. In the second period, David Cilia on a one-timer beats Portillo, and the Calgary Wranglers get a shorthanded goal and extend their lead to 2-0. But guess what, boys and girls and everybody else that's watching this podcast? Sean is back, and he's in his element. It's his first goal, and I swear to God, in a dimension's worth of time, he cuts Calgary's lead in half to 2-1. But 30 seconds later, that sniper, Marty Ferk, wrists one past Portillo. But a few minutes later, we're back to business here. Set up the tents as Jack Studnicka's camping out front. He wrists one, or not even wrists one, snaps one home past Cooley from point blank range. It's 3-2. Can the Ontario Reign come back and tie this game? Yes, they can. King Charles. Oh, no, I lied. Not on the power play. He wrists one past Cooley on a loose puck in the high slot. This game would need overtime. And in the overtime frame, on a great forecheck, Martin Chromiak strips Solovyov. I got it right. Solovyov in the slot, and Francesco Pinelli, the overtime tuck. He pulls a Bobby Orr and goes flying over a Calgary defender. I'm spinning everywhere. Reign win and sweep the calendar week by the final of 4-3. My gosh, I'm sorry. It's a splash zone over here.
I'm far away enough from you.
That's fair.
So it's all good. Yo, what a win for the Ontario Reign going into Alberta and defeating the Wranglers 4-3. A big win. Now, in these games where it's a close division race, both teams, you don't really want to go to overtime because points do matter. You take it from a 1 point difference or a 2 point difference to a 1 point difference. But for a game where the Reign were down the entire game and you tie it up late and you take it into overtime, that's a win in itself. And winning it in overtime, that's just a great win for the Ontario Reign.
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
Awesome. Quickly, let's get into the goals this game. Marty Ferk, that sniper, over the pad, under the blocker of Eric Portillo. Second shot of the game. This was a low score or low shooting affair. The shot total in this game was 20-19 in favor of Calgary, which, let's remind the people at home, that's the second time in 2025 the Ontario Reign have been outshot by their opponent. How many games have the Reign played?
Ooh, they've played a lot.
They played a hell of a lot more than 2 games, that's for certain.
They played a lot in January. They played like 13 games, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And they had like 9 home games. It was a busy month for them.
Certainly. Hey, take it how you want it, right?
Take it how you want it.
Anyways, moving on with that one. Marty Ferk scores, and then David Cilia. A bit of a reckless play by the Reign. They just get caught flat-footed going back into the other zone. And,
They kind of shot at the same spot. It was kind of like under the blocker,
Yeah.
above the pad.
Here's the difference, though. This was more so of a sharp angle shot
Yeah.
and beats Portillo clean.
There's not too much Portillo can do there.
No, he can. He can hug the post. But with like no time later, Sean Element from the right circle, wrist one past Cooley, going across his body on the blocker. And then I find this hilarious. Here, back this up a little bit. Third goal of the game for Calgary. Marty Ferk, just a wide open net, tic-tac-toe. And he kind of like scores and points right at the goal. And Jack Millar's like, bro, get away from me. Get away from my goalie.
Who did he point at?
He like pointed at the goal, or I don't know if he was pointing at a Calgary teammate. Jack Millar took exception to that. That's for certain. Marty Ferk's just like laughing it off. And you know what? Fair enough. Rain, second goal, tic-tac-toe, Madden Lee to Jack Studnicka in front. Not very much Devin Cooley can do on that. Like you see Cooley close up to try and block this, and it gets through him, and he just kind of tips over.
Yeah. Hard.
Yeah.
Hockey's hard.
Yeah, hockey is hard. That's true. 3-2, third period. Roll out the red tape and put a crown on his head. Charles Hudon. Now, great zone entry here by Jeff Malott, working this puck down low. This puck gets like flipped up high. It's like a failed wraparound by Malott, and it just gets flipped up high. And like Dryden Hunt's trying to block this puck, but dude, Charles Hudon wide open up there. That's a lot of space and a very close range for a guy that shoots the puck that well. We got a tie game, and guess what? This one is going to overtime. Back up. Back her up a little more. All right, here we go. Solovyov goes to take this. Great forecheck by Chromiak, knocking him off his feet. Pinelli in the slot. Scores, and then just wipe out right over Dryden Hunt. He goes diving. Rain win. He goes diving into the ice. The Rain go diving out of the Saddle Dome with 2 points, and the Rain win this one by the final of 4-3. Another note, like them playing in the Saddle Dome, like Calgary, can we just get them an AHL rink at this point? I know they're building a new NHL rink.
Do you think that the Wranglers are complaining, though?
Oh, no.
The fact that they get to play in the NHL. But I guess at the same time, when you get called up to the NHL, I guess it's not as special because you've been playing in that dome for your entire AHL career. Yeah, so.
Long enough.
Yeah, I want to point someone out. Sean Element, he hasn't been getting the most playing time as of late since, Fagemo went down. But for the most part, before Fagemo went down, everybody has been healthy. And he comes in against the Wranglers and plays a great game.
Yeah. And I mean, let's just point this out to the viewers and all. Like, it's February. The Rain. Do we have... Knock on wood. The Rain have been ridiculously healthy as a team this year. There have been minimal injuries to the Ontario Rain this year.
Yeah, that was Element's first game since February 1st against Tucson. Comes in against Calgary on the 15th, Saturday night, and scores a goal.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just say this. They're not running shallow on depth.
It's like you said in episode 1. Or episode 2, I should say.
There's no shortage of depth in this team.
There's no shortage of depth. And
flashback to episode 2 on that one, huh?
And there are a lot of really good players down in Greenville. You have Savoy, who has been on a tear as of late.
Carter Savoy is making it happen.
Tate Singleton has been playing really good in Greenville. You have
Caleb Lawrence,
who was
Collazo's
in Ontario.
favorite.
Parker Burge, defenseman. Yep. He's been playing good. And these guys, I mean...
And Jacob Ingham, too.
Yeah.
Why not point him out? Because he's actually having a pretty good year down there.
These guys are AHL players for sure. It's the fact that the Kings and the Rain... And I think Shaffron wrote an article about this, but I don't know if it was exactly on this, but I saw something on Twitter about this, how the Rain, or the Kings and the Rain, have kind of almost made an agreement to become their own teams. And what I mean by that is the Hershey Bears and the Washington Capitals are, I mean, the Bears have a lot of veterans, which is why
yeah.
they consistently are one of the best teams in the AHL, and they win Calder Cups.
There's
right?
a reason why they have 12 Calder Cup titles.
Exactly.
That's
and
a
the Reign
lot.
and the Reign are doing the same thing this year. The Kings have kind of given the Reign and their GM permission
Free reign.
to build
But
a team almost around veterans,
Yes.
and then have their top prospects who they have hope for learn from those veterans.
I mean, and it's something that you got to really notice this, like, because Hockey Digest and there's a few other ones that like post their top 100 prospects list. Guess how many of those top 100 prospects are Kings prospects? Guess how many? How many prospects do the LA Kings have? I'm throwing you on a quick little list here.
2.
They have 2.
Oh,
On the nose, Liam Greentree and Brant Clark. I don't understand. Why is Brant Clark still a prospect? Besides the point. So you have that, which means there are no top 100 prospects that are playing for the Ontario Reign at this point in time. Like, let's just roll down the roster here real quick. Riley Walsh, Luke Rowe. Luke Rowe's a prospect. Riley Walsh is a little bit older. Martin Chromiak's 22. Okay. Cole Krieger's a little younger. All right, now let's start getting into these guys that are vets. Tyler Madden, Glenn Gaudin, Joe Hicketts. Taylor Ward's played 200 AHL games as of Monday. Congratulations, Wardo, on that one. Jacob Doty, Jeff Malott, Jack Studnicka, Charles Houdon, Sean Ellman. I just named 9 veterans that the Ontario Reign have.
and you can argue those are the Reign's best players.
Yeah, and they're lifelong AHLers now at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Sorry,
like-
but like, truth be told.
Yeah, I think Fagemo is going to be just a great AHLer for years to come, kind of like Podorowski.
God.
You have, yeah, I mean, I think the 2 guys that you forgot to list that I think are the Kings' most hopeful prospects, I would say, is probably Francesco Pinelli
Yeah.
and Atu Yamson.
Well, yeah, I was just naming the veterans. I wasn't even naming prospects.
No, yeah, but as far as like young guys go, you know,
Yeah.
Pinelli and Yamson are probably the 2 players who the Kings have the most hope for. Now, Yamson,
I mean,
we'll get into it
Hellenius
next
and
game.
Lee are there too, and they're technically still prospects. I mean, you also have Eric Portillo.
If the Kings want to compete, which I don't think the Kings would ever go into rebuild mode because they're kind of stubborn that way, kind of like the Angels, where they just every year they're gonna think that they're gonna win, which the Kings do win, but they're not
No,
a Stanley
they-
Cup.
they
They're
win.
not. They're not a Stanley Cup team with Hellenius and Lee on that 4th line. I'm sorry, that's just the truth.
They win until they face the Edmonton Oilers
Exactly.
in the playoffs.
They just gotta get lucky one time and avoid them in the playoffs.
Yeah, fair enough. Should we head into Game 3?
Yes, we should head into Game 3.
All right, let's go. Game 3, Monday afternoon, a rematch at the Saddle Dome.
It is a rematch from Saturday night as the Reign play their one and only Monday game of the year. A couple of penalties early on sets up Dustin the Diamond. Oh, sorry. Good old Jeremy Poirier to once again give the Wranglers an early 1-0 lead. Late in the first, a weird play at the blue line between Martin Ferk and Atu Yamson sets up Ferk for a point-blank score. It is 2-0 Calgary. Oh my God, and he finally got it. He's been sitting on number 99 for so long. He finally gets his 100th career AHL goal, and it's a big one. 2-1 Wranglers. Why is everything chrome? Future! Martin Chromiak. Is he
Again.
getting hot? He ties the game. It is 2-2. Into overtime we go, and guess who it is? None other than the guy who scores Malott goals. Jeff Malott plays hero in this game, and the Reign sweep the episode and have won 5 of their last 6 games.
I was about to play Pictionary with my board and just try to draw a broom, but I'm not going to do that. I mean, just like, here, towel. Sweep, 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 sweep. Clean up on aisle 3. The Ontario Reign, quote unquote, sweep the week and sweep the episode. They already swept the week. It's just, they just played another game and had to beat Calgary again in overtime. The Reign pick up another 2 points. Much needed. The Reign have picked up 11 of a possible 12 points in their last 6 games. They're 5-0-1. Realistically, they should have won 6 in a row. Thanks, San Diego.
That was a bad game. You can't. Yeah, and that's a big point too, because now instead of being at 62, they're at 61. Dude, that point, like, we're gonna look back on it and be like, I just know it. There's gonna be a flashback on this moment right now when the Reign are like in the playoff run, and they're gonna miss like the 1 seed by like a point. Watch, I have that feeling.
If that happens, you can easily point fingers at so many games.
Yeah, but that
the
game,
Reign had no business.
But
losing.
that game is the game where it's like, yo, you were up 4-1 against a bottom 3 team in the entire league.
I wouldn't say bottom 3 in the entire league. Bottom 5 probably. Bottom 3 is a bit of a jump. Henderson, Utica, and the Islanders. I forget what their team is. Is it Binghamton? No, that's the Devils. Islanders. Bridgeport Islanders. Thank you.
Bridgeport has
not Binghamton. Close enough.
29. What does San Diego have?
39. Yeah.
They're below the Henderson Silver Knights now.
San Diego, what happened?
Manitoba's awful. My goodness.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Manitoba Moose also. And the Utica Comets are not much better. Yeah,
so Bridgeport, Manitoba, and then San Diego. So bottom 3.
God bless those teams.
God bless those teams for real.
That's awful. All right, first goal of the game, Jeremy Poirier on the 2-man advantage. This is a bit of a winding down on the 2-man advantage. Rory Cairns gets a shot. It's blocked. I believe that is Angus Booth, and it just kicks right to Poirier. Booth tries to drop to a knee and block this shot again. He fails to do so, and Calgary goes up 1-0.
Yeah, can't do anything about that if you're Portillo.
Not very much you can do. Absolutely agree. A bit of an awkward play. Atu Yamson and Martin Furk get a little bit tangled up at the top of the offensive zone. Yeah, they collide. While Yamson's getting his glove back, Martin Furk's like, oh, you're just sitting over there? All right, do. Oh, I'm open. Here's the puck. Boom. Snapshot. And it's 2-0.
That was a really weird play where, like, Yamson wasn't even skating basically at all. He was just kind of gliding very slow into the zone. Collided with Ferg, and it goes down as if he got cracked against the boards. I don't know what that was all about, but, like, if you're Yamson and you see this, because he's going to see this on film, like, right? That's kind of embarrassing, bro. Like, I'm not going to lie. You need to... No way.
Embarrassing.
If I got hit like that right now, me currently, I bet you I did not react the way Yamson did right there.
No,
there's no chance. I mean, come on.
Unless there's something that we're missing, like he knocked a tooth out or something with the elbow or what, I can't understand. We're just watching this play on replay over and over. Anyways, besides the point, it's 2-0, and finally, his first goal in about a month. Actually, no, not even about, over a month. Glenn Gaudin finally has 100 career American Hockey League goals.
Very weird one.
Yeah, it was like an ugly play. So faceoffs won. Malott like takes a spill and just dumps this into the middle. And Gaudin like backhand street hockey just flips at the puck and gets it past Cooley.
So what it looks like Gaudin lost the faceoff. They got it back. Malott gets his stick lifted. Puck is just kind of gliding center ice, and Gaudin just reaches out like he got a change up in the MOB and just kind of backhands it. Flutters right over Cooley.
Yeah, no other way to really put that. Ontario Reign, once again, gets scored on first, but now they've pulled back. It's 2-1 in the third period. On the 5-on-3, he had like 3 cracks at it.
Yeah.
Like Chromiak, 2 really good saves by Devin Cooley. Actually, I think one of them he hit the post. And then on the third try, third time's a charm, Chromiak beats Cooley, I believe, by the blocker. Let's see. Nope, by the glove. I lied. By the glove, and we are tied at 2. I almost said 3.
You might have been right the first time. It might be blocker. Yeah, it was blocker.
Oh, it was blocker. Oh, yeah. Excuse me. So, Martin Chromiak, the power play 1 replacement for Samuel Fagimo. Hey, he got his 9th goal of the year.
Yeah.
And then the ever glorious almighty Jeff Malott in overtime, under a minute to play, shoots this one. Cooley makes the initial save, and then it just trickles right through him, and he like crumbles like an armadillo. Like, how did I let that get past me?
Brutal.
And Jeff Malott is over here off and celebrating. Yeah! Rain win.
We need like a Tyler Madden goal because we need his celebration back.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we did.
No, we don't. It's just basic. It's basic.
Did you know he was traded for Tyler Toffoli?
Really?
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
So
That's how they got him in the first place. When the Kings traded
So
Toffoli,
he was on the Winnipeg Jets before.
no, because Toffoli's been he's bounced around. Was it that trade? Huh? Tyler Toffoli for
While we
Tyler
try to
Madden.
figure this out, we're running up there a little bit in the time compartment.
Canucks.
Got traded to the Canucks. Oh my goodness.
And Tyler Madden was supposed to be like this stud.
And
They were really excited about him.
And just remember Rain legend Gabe Velarde and Anthony Iafallo getting traded to the Winnipeg Jets for Pierre-Luc Dubois.
Who is now playing good in Washington.
He's not worth $8 million. That's what I'm going to say.
He's not, but he's not. He's definitely better on Washington right now.
Yes, he's at least being serviceable. With that being said, we're off on a tangent. Let's go to the rain weather report brought to you by Rain. First star, 100%, to absolutely nobody's surprise, it is Jeff Malott.
3 goals, 3 assists on the week, but those 3 goals were big goals. Gave the Rain insurance.
Yes, much
against
needed.
Tucson. 4-1 against Tucson, that goal. And then scored the overtime winner against Calgary in game 3.
Love to see it. Jeff Malott this year, 46 games, 16 goals, 24 assists for 40 points, rocking a plus 16 in the plus minus department. Out of a forward that sees a lot of time on the ice, that is great to see. However, he's already committed 62 penalty minutes this year.
Hey, his brother's a UFC fighter. What do you expect?
No joke, huh? He has exactly 300 penalty minutes in his AHL career.
Yeah.
Legit. There you go.
Legit.
Yeah, Jeff Malott, well on pace. Maybe we'll see if it happens. But he's played 46 games. His career high in the AHL with the Manitoba Moose in 2021-22 and 22-23, 23 goals in a year. Maybe he could pass that. We'll see. And then the point high for him is 52 last year at the Manitoba Moose. I think he's going to break that by a sizable margin. He's going to put up 60 points this year at this race.
Sure.
50%. Who do you got?
I'm going to go with King Charles Hudon. 2 goals, 4 assists on the week. And Udon.
Points merchant right now.
Udon is never going to get the credit that he deserves with guys like Fagemo on the team. But
Hudon is averaging a point a game.
Yeah.
42 points in 42 games.
Yep. 17 goals, 25 assists on the year. I know Joe last episode said he couldn't give a rat's about plus minus for forwards, but 13 plus minus for Udon this year, which he had a -6 last year. So he's having a better season.
I'm going to correct myself a little bit on that. I do care if the forwards play a lot of minutes. Like if you're in the top 6, then I care. If you're in the bottom 6, okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
If you're on there purely to score and not play defense, okay.
Yeah, he's on.
Okay.
He is on a good pace to beat his career high
60
in points, which is 57
with
Syracuse Crunch. But in that season, he had a -10. So he's having pretty much the best season overall hockey he has played in his life.
at this pace. Yeah, 100% agree.
Yeah.
And at the 0% marker, I don't even. What Rain player could we give this to?
Dvorak.
Just because it's Jacob Dvorak?
Penalty in game 1, I believe. Caused a Bobby Russo goal.
Like, I mean, Taylor Ward took almost a costly penalty in Monday's game. You know what? I'm not even going to bother giving. The Rain won 3 games, so the 0% is going to Team Canada.
I like that.
Yeah, the
Team
0%
Canada.
is going to Team Canada.
Sad.
Yeah.
Your sport.
Sad. Sad is an understatement.
Very sad.
Yeah. Just, yeah. And I mean, I personally just do not care if you don't have Cale Makar. Like, give me a break. I've already said this in the podcast. We don't have Quinn Hughes. We don't have Austin Matthews tonight. Like, And also, it's kind of hilarious when you boo the American anthem. For political reasons, I'm not going any further into that, and you would know why. And then 3 fights in 9 seconds. By the way, those fights were planned all along. Don't think it's because they booed the anthem. It's not. And then to completely get dominated on your own soil. Right now, Sweden is up 2-1 against America in the first intermission. Okay.
It's not like it matters.
Finland scored first against America. How did that game end up? Oh, yeah, 6-1.
I mean, the U.S. can lose this game, and it doesn't even matter. This game doesn't matter. This game does not matter for the U.S.
Yeah, the U.S. could lose this game, and it would not matter.
It doesn't matter for both teams.
Yeah, because Sweden's not going to... Yeah, no, Sweden ain't going to make it.
Yeah.
Never mind.
It's USA and Canada in the championship. It's already been... Or in the final. Already been confirmed.
It's
Dang.
pretty much been confirmed. I mean, it's Monday. We're waiting for Thursday. Boston, show up for that game, please. I mean, that's about it. We can go with the weather report.
Yeah.
Malott at the 100%, Hudon at the 50, and that team in red and white in Team Canada with a big old maple leaf on it at 0. Specifically against the U.S.
Yeah.
Like Connor McDavid, that was just pure speed. You want to see some real speed?
Those fights in the first 9 seconds were pretty sick.
Oh,
I don't know if you mentioned that.
That was legit. I already did. And
those fights were pretty sick.
yeah, no doubt about it. Anyways, let's get into next week's schedule with the Ontario Reign. Wednesday. So they played 4 games this week.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're playing 4 games this week. So we thought we were gonna have another 4-game podcast. Nope, didn't happen. So next Wednesday, February 19th, they will head down to San Jose to take on the Barracuda at the TechCU Arena. And then the Ontario Reign come back home for a back-to-back over the weekend against the San Jose Barracuda and the Calgary Wranglers. Yeah, the third time they've seen them in the past week.
Yeah, and this is going to be a very exciting week. San Jose we had high hopes for them coming into the season, and they're still playing very good hockey, but this division is absolutely loaded from 1 through 6.
Just loaded from top to bottom, at least in the first 6 divisions. Like,
Yeah.
the top 6 seeds are separated by 8 points.
Yeah.
Calgary in first at 63, Ontario in second at 61. So Calgary's lead has shortened up.
Oh, very much so. They're not going to...
And the Reign have 3 games in hand on the Calgary Wranglers as well.
The Wranglers aren't going to come away 1 seed in this division. I mean, you have...
Unless they just completely turn the corner and start playing like their pants are on fire again.
Yeah, but they have 4-9 games played already. They have 3 more games played, and they're 2 points above
ahead.
the... Yeah, so they're not going to... It's going to be the Reign or the Eagles. Those are, in my opinion, the 2 best teams in the division. The Reign and the Eagles are so unbelievably good. The Eagles are like the Wranglers, but all around just better. The reason why the Wranglers are so good right now, or they're in first place, is because of Devin Cooley.
Absolutely agree. I mean, going down the Pacific standings, realistically, it's an 8-team race now. Henderson and San Diego, like, you're playing for your participation trophy at this point.
Yeah.
39 and 40 points respectively. After that, in 8th place is the Bakersfield Condors at 48. Tucson in 7th at 48. 7 teams make the playoffs in the Pacific Division American Hockey League. The Reign need to end up with a top 2 seed. I mean, right at this point, by how they've been playing as of late, it looks really good. So I'm not complaining about it whatsoever. The Ontario Reign are 3, 4, 5th. No, wait, oh boy, hold on. I could be way off here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no, I was right. They are 5th in the American Hockey League in point percentage, which is a big statement because the teams above them, Hershey, Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, the Penguins have looked really good this year. The Laval Rocket, which Montreal's system honestly is loaded. The Rochester Americans, who are led by Devin Levi, and the Sabres have a decent team down there right now. And then the Ontario Reign.
Yeah.
So the Ontario Reign right now lead the entire Western Conference in point percentage.
Yeah.
That's big time. And you got to realize this. The Reign aren't playing bottom feeders like the Bridgeport Islanders, who have a 296 point percentage. Like, that is horrendous. Like, they're not going to play Manitoba. They're not going to play they have played the Iowa Wild. They're going to play them 2 more times this year at 383. Manitoba's 356. everybody in the Pacific Division is 400 or higher, and we thrash Henderson and San Diego because they outright suck.
And the Central Division is fairly weak this year. So if the Reign can make it out of the Pacific Division with the 1 seed,
expect them to go on a run.
yeah, you can expect them to probably, hopefully make. The only team that I would really worry about is Colorado, because that's the only team that they have not played well. They played every other team well.
Yeah. I mean, Coachella Valley in the playoffs also just happens to be a different breed sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're first on exits.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, there's nothing else that we really need to get into here. I mean, thanks for sticking with us on this Monday.
Tuesday.
Hopefully you enjoy your Tuesday as this episode is over. This is a Mehls Media production. Thank you very much for watching episode 21 of the Make It Rain podcast. You know the drill on out. You can subscribe here. YouTube recommends you watch this video over here. Nice horn. And we will see you next Monday. Have a great week, everybody.